Hi, I'm Jen Shirkani, author of Ego versus EQ. Most managers spend 80% of their time with those who only do 20% of the work, while the top talent quietly does 80% of the workload with minimal fuss. It's easy to get distracted by the high maintenance of underperformers and the requisite babysitting, investigating, bribing, and documentation they require. Thank goodness for our A players, the ones we count on, and those who have stepped up in the lean times to go above and beyond. They're the easy ones because they're low maintenance, unlike those pesky low performers that are always setting fires that need to be extinguished. We don't need to babysit them. We don't need to micromanage them. They know what they need to do, and they do it, so we just leave them alone, right? Research shows, and my own experience supports, that high performers are more than twice as likely to actively look for another job than low performers. Think about it. Our high performers are often treated worse than any other employee. When a complex or tough project comes along, who do we count on? Who gets the long hours and pressure? It's not the low performers. What are the behaviors that we as leaders do unintentionally that drive our high performers away? Check this list. High performers are often rewarded by being left alone. It's a sign of praise and respect to leave someone alone, isn't it? To tell someone, I never have to worry about you, is a compliment, right? Yes, but overused, it turns into neglect. And everyone, even high performers, want to know that their efforts are being seen and appreciated. Too often, we bias our performance dialogue and coaching time to the low performers. Work to touch base with your superstars on a weekly basis. High performers are given the toughest projects. We throw the most difficult challenges to our top talent on a continual basis, often without commensurate reward or recognition. In worst cases, we ask them to clean up or finish work that the underperformers did not complete, which can lead to resentment. Avoid using high performers as a constant source of catching up for those not pulling their weight. We have unrealistic expectations of our high performers. They're not allowed to have a bad day, complain, miss a deadline, or make a mistake. We put a tremendous amount of pressure on them that is unrealistic and unfair. Give your A players room to not always be perfect and appreciate them for the effort. They often work the longest hours with the highest stress. Left alone, your high performers are intrinsically driven to achieve and often put in long hours to meet your and their expectations. Unchecked, this can lead to serious burnout and health issues from stress. Tune into them and note when irritability or fatigue is taking a toll. Encourage time off, vacation days, or mental health breaks. They suffer from a lack of coaching and targeted development. It's easy to assume that since they're already a high performer, what more coaching or development can they need? Plenty. Most high performers want to continually improve, learn new things, and hate to get bored. Consider ways to expand their scope of responsibilities. Use them as mentors or involve them in cross-training or opportunities to mingle with senior executives. They also often get stuck in their roles. Too often, we selfishly hoard our top performers and subtly or even overtly hold them back or limit their other opportunities to keep them for ourselves. Instead of hiding your top performers, think about the benefits you could receive by being viewed as a talent pipeline within your organization. Top performers get bumped. Most leaders have regularly scheduled one-on-one meetings with their direct reports. What happens when a high priority hijacks our calendar and someone has to get rescheduled? It's often the high performer that gets bumped and loses their important time with you. Message sent, you're not a priority to me. Protect time on your calendar for your most valued employees. In summary, make a conscious effort to not ignore those that make you look good every day, even though they may quietly work behind the scenes.